Hi guys, welcome to another short video by Antiques Arena. My name's Walter O'Neill and this is another video on Chinese porcelain. As you can see, I have a number of examples of pieces in front of me. I'm going to discuss just one or two little points on this this short video, and I'm going to give you a couple of close-ups and some comparisons. Basically, as I've already said on some of my earlier videos, sorry, Chinese porcelain of the export period, which I'm currently trying to learn, is based mainly on European silver shapes. So it is a very good idea if you can get a printout of silver shapes or find some source of silver shapes so that you can keep them pinned up in the office or something, so you familiarise yourself with these shapes. It will help you in identifying the Chinese porcelain when you're walking around the markets. It's certainly something worth doing. It was something I done, a trick I learned when I was learning Georgian glass. I had a pin up, and every day I'd be looking at the poster, and it helped me to learn the glass. Anyway. Where do I start? Right. As I spoke to you before, Chinese porcelain was stamped from, as of 1891, US customs required Chinese to put China or made in China on their porcelains. Now I've actually got an example of around 1890 with the China stamp on it, which I'm going to show you in just a moment. Don't know if you can actually see the stamp here. Let me get a bit closer for you. There's the stamp down the bottom here, China, made in China. That's the stamps. But as you can see, the bowl is quite a deep colour in the greens and the enamels. It has the brown edging, and it's stamped just China. Plenty of kiln grit, has the blue tone to the body, and look at the shape. You see the shape of the bowl. I'm going to compare that for you with a modern piece. I'm going to hold up. Here we have what I believe to be a modern piece. So obviously it's not the same, but it's portraying to be very similar. We need to look at the colour difference. I don't know if you can see the colours, the blue against the white. Look at the difference in the shapes, the foot rim, the kiln grit around the foot. Not to mention the colours. Look at the colours of the greens and the pinks. There is a distinct difference. This is what I said to you, it's worth buying even the modern pieces. You need the old and the new to compare. I'm going to turn over a few pieces. I've got an 18th century bowl here. I have the other pieces too. I just don't see the point in sticking them back together because I want to see the body. This has got a high foot. As you can see, all the pot marks and pit in and everything. Plenty of kiln grit again. But again, the blue glaze. These, they have a distinct feel. Obviously the enamels. Look how deep and rich the colours are. So I'll turn that over there. Got half a plate here. This is again 18th century or late 18th century, blue and white. It's got a wash over the base, but it's very white, but that is 18th century. The glazed part of the plate is blue, hint of blue, but the unglazed foot obviously is very white. I don't know if you can see the body of the porcelain there. If that helps you, you can see the depth of the painting as well. The paint is really sunk in deep into the porcelain. And of course you've got the orange peel effect, which I don't think I can capture. Again, I'm not 100% on the age of this one. I'd say it's 18th century. It could be early 19th. But a total different foot again. Slight difference in colour. Unglazed. And it seems to have this like wash on the unglazed rim. Almost like a salt glaze, if you like, finish, but similar. Anyway, I'm going to put that one down. I'm just going to compare these side by side for you in a moment, just so you can see what I know to be the older examples and the new example. Let me see if I can capture that for you. If you can see, this is the modern piece against the colour of all the others. There is nothing even close to it on colour or shape. So, that's just a little look at those pieces for you there, a moment. We will obviously go back to them at a later time. You can see now why even buying half a plate or a broken bowl is still worth it, because you need the examples. This piece here is very nicely painted. Not 100%, I believe it might be Kangxi. It's quite a nice shape. Not 100% on the mark. But be doing research into that piece. Okay, what I'd like you to look at here now is the quality of the tree. For starters, you can see how well it's painted, how free form it is, the quality of the faces. Now, what you'll find with this type of painting, they normally highlight it in gilding for the very good quality. This isn't obviously the best quality they do, but this is a very good quality painting. I'd say it's about 1860 in date at a guess. Hold him up for you to see the shape again. And the foot. It's a very white porcelain. Let me compare that one just for you a second against the modern piece. And I still think it's bluer than you'd think. Yeah, there you go. You can see the difference in colour. It's still there, even on this white piece of porcelain. Here is a not so good painting, similar piece, but it doesn't have the quality of the one I just showed you. Let me see if I can compare the feet. It's very similar period, similar colour porcelain. The enamels are very closely matched. There's not a lot of difference in the enamels. The puce and greens, it's the same period. It's just obviously the plate is slightly better painted. Okay, another vase I've picked up recently, damaged again, not a problem. This piece, after doing a little bit of reading on it, is basically Chinese Crackle glaze with carved bands on the shoulders of the brown glaze. It dates to about 1820 to 1850. Now, if you see this brown banding on your Chinese pieces, certainly an indicator of the period. I'm not 100% on all the technical terms at the moment, but it's certainly, if you see the brown banding, the blue and white, it's definitely worth looking at. Give you some close-ups. You can see the engraving into the banding, the depth of the blue. It's quite nicely painted. There's the foot. See if I can free up some porcelain for you to see the body. So again, something to look for is this brown banding. Where are we at? So that's a few of them compared. Now I'm making myself a little book on the Chinese porcelains. I'm basically trying to learn it, as you know. So you got the Canton porcelain, I'll cover that again. I've already spoke to you about the colour variations, the pale blue versus the deep blue. The colour isn't an indicator of age, just preference. The deep blue is more valuable because it's more desirable. It doesn't indicate age. Obviously you got the date stamps from 1890, so just because it's stamped China or made in China, don't think that's the end of it. There it is there in the book. So from 1891, that could be on there. I've already done a video covering some of the marks. Now, as I've said previously, it comes in a variety of different styles. But don't use the rain marks until you're comfortable. Now, a lot of export is categorized into families. Basically, the predominant color gives the name of the family, as in Famille Rose is in the red palette, Famille Nori black, Famille Verte green, and so on. There's a Cafe Latte, which is brown glaze on the outside, if you can see that. It's just for you to have a look at it. I can't pronounce them all, I'm sorry, I'll try. It's Famille Jaune, is yellow. Blanc de Chin, which is the white porcelain. I do have a piece of that here. I'll cover that one on my next video. And I'll also go into stilt marks, kiln grit, celadon ware, which is the green glaze. There was also one other, what was it? As you can see, I'm trying to make myself a little folder here, so basically as I'm learning the little pointers which I'm showing you, I'm writing them down, I'm making myself a little book. So rather than have to read the books all the time, this is going to be a book of almost bullet points, if you like. So I'm going to give credit to the book that has helped me. Once again, it's the Chinese Export Porcelain. I'm going to give you the ISBN number if you want to order it. There you go. So far, a lot of my information's come out of here or off Google, so I will give the book the credit it deserves. I'll go into some of these pieces in more depth at a later stage. I'll certainly find out more about this little piece for you, mainly because it wasn't that desirable at one time from what I've read, but now, because it wasn't that collected, it is actually starting to demand a reasonable price. But the main things I suppose I would like you to take from the video is quality of painting, body and colour. And well, hopefully you've learned something, and if you have, then subscribe, come back. I welcome any advice. As I've said, I'm not portraying to be an expert, I'm learning the same as you, I'm going to make mistakes. If you want to follow me on my journey or help, very grateful. So until the next video, I'll say thank you very much.